tires on the highway. Let's ride. Teddy Long, Mac Davis in the front. Keep the chatter strong, turn that down, feel the tires hum. Talking body slams till the morning comes. Wrestling's road trip after hours. We roll on and on and on. Oh yeah. News, views, interviews, all night till the break of trip after hours. Every tale hits nice and loud. Wednesday night, 7 Eastern. Come hang with the rowdy crowd. Legends in the backseat, belts on the seat. Stories from the road in the heat they beat. Laughs in the dark, every turn new town. Every rival, every pop, every takedown. YouTube shining, Facebook live, Twitch chat jumping, feel the drive. Wrestling's road trip after hours. Teddy and Mac keep rolling on. Wednesday night, 7 Eastern. Lock it in, we're never gone.
Pow! It's another Wednesday night. Hello, everybody, and welcome to an all-new episode of Wrestling's Road Trip After Hours. I'm your host, Mac Davis, and that, of course, sitting kind of low. You need to kind of lower that camera a little bit there, Teddy. Your head's kind of low.
Oh, God, I'm telling you, I've just about had it with you.
Can't see you. That peanut head has to be on TV.
That's all. They don't need to see me. They
That's
can
the
hear
money
me.
shot. Remember? That's what Vince told you. The money shot's right here, brother.
That's what he said.
That's it. Look here. Before we get underway with some bad news just in the past few days, I want to tell you about something I saw today, Teddy. I kept a screenshot of this because this is from one of our local news channels in the Macon, Georgia area, and they put out this update about a school in our area, and it says, now I don't know if you can see this, but I just want you to see that this is true what I'm about to read you here. And it says, update: Hancock County schools closing for the rest of the week to check for snakes, squirrels, and raccoons.
Well, I mean, there's really nothing wrong with that. I mean, those animals, they are reptiles. Some of them are dangerous. You know what I mean? You got to protect those kids, man.
Man, I ain't never been in a school where they had to close the school because they had to get the raccoons and the snakes out. Where the hell is this school, man?
Well, they're probably running rapid, man. I'm telling you, they probably had to, because every time you look up, people are scared of raccoons and snakes.
I don't think I've ever seen any kind of animal. When I was in school, never recall one animal ever being in the school. Yeah, you might see bugs or something, but you wouldn't see anything in the school. But to think they got to close the school for a week.
Well, they're just like you see rats in the home.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Teddy, let's talk about something. I do want to bring this up because it was sad news. In fact, it was later this year, I believe, or in the first part of next year, I would have got to meet him again. We lost somebody, and of course, that being Dory Funk Jr. Your memories of Dory Funk?
Well, Dory and I never, kind of hang out together. I was much closer to his brother Terry. God rest his
Oh yeah.
soul. And Terry and I were close. But Dory and I always talked. I loved his wife. We always had great conversation whenever I did see him at some of the signings. So he was always a nice guy. Always respected me. I gave him respect. So Dory Funk Jr. is one of the greats, and he certainly will be missed. Well, he's already been missed because he's been alive and not being able to get in the ring. So now that he's passed on, he'll certainly be remembered.
Yeah, we've seen him at several conventions that we've done over the last couple of years. He
Yes.
still had a lot of spunk and kept moving and going. He and his wife going to all the various events and accepting awards. So, yeah, I hate to hear the news, but one of our legendary folks from professional wrestling has passed away. And I hate to see that. Now, on the good side, though, I have told you many times, and Teddy has as well, about a friend of ours named Buddy and his mother. They go to all these shows all the time. And she had sent me something last week, and I didn't have a chance to get it before we put it up. And it's a chance for you to see who Buddy is at one of the wrestling shows in the Atlanta area. I want to throw that up and give you a chance to see Buddy in action at one of our wrestling shows in the Georgia area.
Now, come on.
I can't believe what he did with himself.
Have some decorum.
Oh, hold on.
Wait, what?
I think Buddy's going to give him some. All right. This is going to be awesome.
You love to see it.
Buddy came prepared. He's wearing his own merch shirt.
Oh! Pasaki knee from Buddy.
That
I
was
believe-
good.
I think that's Bobby Flacco too, somebody that we've worked with in the past that was there pushing the wheelchair. And yeah, good stuff with Buddy, man. He's always at these shows. He's always trying to be as vocal and as much as he can be at these shows. And to see him be a part of a show, Teddy, really cool, really cool.
Right. Well, I know it made him happy too because this is his life, wrestling. He loves it. So I'm sure that really helped him a lot too.
All right, if you want to be a part of the show, it's really simple. We take your questions and throw them up on the screen, and you're part of the show. It's just that simple. We don't have anything else to talk about. It's just what you want to talk about. And to do that, leave us a comment in the comment section. We'll throw it up on the screen. Michael checking in, saying that checking in before my phone dies. Do y'all watch the UFC? Teddy, do you ever watch any of the UFC matches?
No, I don't.
I do occasionally. I don't follow anybody. I really wouldn't know anybody's name except for maybe like McGregor and people like that who come in and just raise a lot of hell. And somebody that I think would be great in professional wrestling to see Conor McGregor. I think that's a natural fit in professional wrestling. But as far as following anybody in UFC, I really don't. I couldn't even tell you who the champion is now. I don't know if that's good or bad. Let's see. We also have Zach Minger. All right, let's see what today is. He's saying it is National Oyster Day.
All right. I can go for them. I like oysters.
I do too. Oyster stew. Have you ever had oyster stew, Teddy?
No, well, I have, but it's been many, many years ago, so I couldn't remember how it tastes.
Yeah, my grandmother used to make oyster stew, and she always put sherry inside the stew. She'd have a bottle of sherry in the kitchen, and she would swear it was going into the to the oyster stew, but I think it was more going in the cup into her while she was cooking. But that was so good. That is a childhood memory of mine. I've never had oyster stew like that since. It's just a particular taste that she was able to pull off, and I've not found it since. Let's see. Dave Crone saying, "Good evening, gentlemen. What's cracking?" I don't know what's happening and cracking, lacking, Dave. Oh, look here. Zach Minger was trying to take okay, he's taking a double shot. Yeah, he just told us it was Oyster Day. Let's see. Here we go. We get Dave Crone saying, "Hey Mac, where can I get a JCW comic? I want the first edition." Those comics come out during the gathering of the Juggalos, which is in just a couple of weeks, and they'll be distributed there. I don't know if they're for sale or if they're handing them out or what the deal is, but it is the very first edition. I would imagine to be a collector's item if you're a JCW fan, so it's one that you're going to want to get. Whether it'll be on for sale online, I really don't know. I've been asked that question a few times. I don't know. When I get more information, I will let you know, though. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is a good question. Teddy, ever work with King Kong Bundy?
I never worked with him for his in-ring stuff. I met Bundy late in when I went to New York, and I was on a signing somewhere, and I think it was me, Scott Hall, Scott rest his soul, and Bundy, and that's the first time I think I met him on a signing.
Who was the outside of Andre the Giant? Who was really the biggest man you recall working with in wrestling? Is there anybody else next to Andre that you could think of was just a massive?
John Studd was a pretty big guy, but there was no match for Andre. There was nobody that big.
Were you in WCW when they brought the Giant in and tried to play him off as the son of Andre the Giant? Were you still in WCW at that time?
That was Big Show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was there.
What was because I'm going to tell you, as a fan watching that show when that happened, I legitimately believe that could have been Andre's son.
Well, Big Show was a pretty big guy, you know what I mean? Like I said, he could is one of the guys that you could have put up, that matched Andre.
Yeah.
I think Hogan, God rest his soul, had something to do with that, because I remember Kevin and Hogan having a conversation about it, and I was right there and I was listening to that, but I don't know for sure, but I think Hogan thought that might have been a good idea. It might have been Hogan's idea.
Midman Mick, good to see you, brother. Says, I like the cat driving in the intro. Got to work tonight and just wanted to stop in a minute and say hi. Good to see you, Mick, and thanks for stopping by, brother. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Mick.
Let's see. What else do we have here? We got Patrick Gallagher saying, how is taking part of JCW and taking a back bump? Taking part in taking a back. I don't take if you'll notice, that wasn't a real back bump. That was a side bump because I don't do back bumps anymore. My body won't let me do a back bump anymore. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. When those opportunities come up, I'll reach out and I'll probably play with it once in a while, but you'll never see me killing myself in that ring again at my age. That's just not going to happen. Wolfpack Maine saying, let's see. Hey, gentlemen, good to see you, Wolfpack.
Good to see you, Wolfie.
And let's see, Buddy's mama. Hey, guys, Buddy says, hi, hope you're well. When are you coming up this way again, Teddy?
What way is that? Where
That's in the Atlanta area. That's Buddy's mama.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know, but I was just trying to figure out what area. A lot of times, we've seen her not only in Atlanta on some of the independent shows.
Yeah.
First of all, let me say hello to Buddy, and that was good stuff with him, and I'm so proud he got, they involved him. He got to be a part of the action. Ellen, I don't know. Just as soon as I hear something that's maybe I'm kind of close to you, I will definitely let you and Buddy know.
I know that Nick, who's up in the Atlanta area, Nick Patrick that we're talking about, he has Deep South up in the Atlanta area. He's been talking about trying to get us up in the Atlanta area, so maybe you'll see us up in that area and come see Nick's show. Those shows are great. The Deep South shows are great.
Well, I was at the one. It's been about 3 or 4 months back, but I was there at the garage where they ran, and brother, what a great show, and it was packed out too.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about Deep South, and I'm only saying Deep South because I haven't been to some of the other wrestling shows. I can talk about Deep South because I've been there, and I love to see the fan base that they have because they come back again and again and again. They're dedicated to Deep South, and that's hard to do in professional wrestling, keeping somebody dedicated to coming back each and every show.
Well, it's not hard to do when you got somebody running the show, know what they're doing.
Correct.
And Nick Patrick knows what he's doing. See, Nick Patrick understands the old school way. You don't work for that night, you work for your return. You know what you got that night. So let's double that when we come back.
Yeah, we're trying to sell tickets every time we're in there. I mean, because if you're not trying to sell tickets, you're not really helping at all.
No.
Let's see. Herb Simmons in the room. Hey, Herb, good to see you. Saying the #1 podcast is live now. Hello, gentlemen.
Well, thank you so much, Herb. Appreciate you, man. Good to hear from you.
We were talking about schools a while ago and wild things in schools. Patrick Gallagher saying, I've seen a baby duck and mice inside of a school. Patrick, I think I may have seen some mice, but that usually is around the lunchroom area. So That's usually where you found the rats and the mice. But outside of that, I never saw, like, I can't imagine looking up and seeing a deer walking down the hallway of your school. It's just
Well, that happens right now.
that's just crazy to me. Dave Crone is in the room and he is saying, and he's not in here.
Well, I see
Let's
his
see,
name
Michael.
popped up there. Michael
Oh, yeah.
Lotta is there.
Yeah, he's saying, yeah, buddy. And of course, Michael, all the way from Alabama. Michael Fry is in here next, saying, Mr. Long, thank you for entertaining me as a wrestling fan.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
What else we got here? William Shea, look forward to you guys every week. Teddy, you the man.
No, I'm the man that knows the man, and you're the man.
There you go. Teddy, you've been doing a lot of traveling this year, doing the conventions and stuff. Are you still finding that people are just coming up to you telling these stories? Because I hear that every time I'm with you. I hear these stories where you don't know what you meant to me, Teddy. You just don't understand. You'll see these people, and I know that they're dead serious when they're telling you these things. And it moves me to hear that story being told to you. And I've never really drilled down on you that hard about it, but that's got to move you too, to know that you've had that kind of an impact on
Right.
people.
Oh, of course it does. And then it lets me know, the reason why now, okay, I understand now. Okay. Because you remember me and you was at the WrestleCade and the lady come up to me and she started crying. You remember that?
Yes,
right.
I do.
Right. She missed me just that much. She wanted to, how bad she's crying. I mean, she almost brought me to a tear because I mean, she had no reason to do that. You know what I mean? She don't know me from just seeing me on TV. But for somebody to come up and then that lets you know too, that answers a lot of questions for you. If you're wondering, well, am I doing a good job? Am I making it on TV? Am I getting over it? Well, those kind of people, when they come up, like they let
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. And then you've also been with me when I've been on the Indies. I walk out to get a huge pop. You know what I mean? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
glad to see me. Like I've never forget one time I went back to WWE. Vince called me back to do something, and Pat Patterson, God rest his soul. I got this huge pop, and I come back, and Pat stopped me. He said, "Teddy," he said, "they sure wanted to see you." Right,
There
and
you
he
go.
didn't, and that's something he didn't have to do.
And let's be honest, a lot of times the guys that are in wrestling, when crowds react that way, fans react that way to you, sometimes that's better than a payday because
No,
you realize
no.
yeah,
There's nothing better than a payday.
I know. But next to it, that is one of the biggest compliments we can get is to have a fan base that loves us like that.
Now, if you get a payday
but
and a nice statement like that, that makes you feel super good.
that's when you quietly say, I get paid to
Right,
do
right,
this.
right. So let me continue to keep making people happy.
Yes. Good day, gents. This is coming from Sham Tinma saying, good day, gents. Peace and blessings to you both. Teddy, could you kindly share what was the key factors to successfully adapting to so many different roles in the business? Many
It
thanks.
was no key factor. I mean, just whatever I was asked to do, then that's what I went out and did. It didn't bother me. When I was a referee, I understood what that role was. When I became general manager, I understood what that role was. It took me a minute, but I got it. And like I say, I was so glad I had the opportunity to work with somebody like Vince McMahon that didn't take no shit off. We're gonna be no jabbing around. You had to work. It was business. So I couldn't play. I couldn't mess around. I had to get out there and do my job, and that's what I did. And that's why, Vince gave me that opportunity. But it wasn't no problem. I just, whatever you asked me to do, I adapted to it.
Every time you describe Vince in that situation of he's a really cool guy, but when it's business time, it's time to do business. Quit playing around. And I will tell you, just being around Violent J and JCW, he's very much the same way. Easy cat to get along with at all times.
Yeah.
But when it's time for business, it's time for business and don't play around. And I can respect that, much like you say, Teddy, all the time. There's a lot of money at stake, a lot of, that we don't even know about, the things that they're being, that could be affected by something we say or something that we do by playing around. I totally get that. Let's see. We get Dave Crone saying Hogan found Big Show working as a bouncer in a bar. A lot of guys were found at bouncers and bars, weren't they,
Well,
Teddy?
yeah, a lot of them, but yeah, I think he's right about that. I did hear that.
Ellen is saying that she never misses a Deep South show, so she knows her and Buddy know just how good those shows
Right.
are. Magilla57 saying, "Hey Teddy, what did you think of Brock Lesnar when you refed his first match?"
When I reffed his first match, I don't even remember reffing his first match. I don't even remember doing that. But like I said, with Brock, I've known him for a long time. I've had a lot of respect for Brock. You know, he's always been a nice guy with me, great attitude. So, you know, I like Brock.
Brock, by the way, Teddy, I don't know if you've heard this or seen this, but he retired.
Well, yeah, I did. I saw that doing on the social media. That his last match was at SummerSlam, right?
Yeah, he didn't announce it at SummerSlam. He announced it on the Pat McAfee show.
Okay.
He went on there, he called in, and he said, "Hey, I just want to make everybody aware that I'm retired. I'm done." I don't even know. It kind of makes me wonder, did WWE even know that he was retiring, or did he just call and say, "Hey, I'm done"?
Well, I mean, you never know.
And he can call his own shots.
That's exactly right.
Teddy, when you see Brock Lesnar and you think back to all the greats in professional wrestling, people who made a difference in professional wrestling, where would you put Brock Lesnar?
Oh, God, he'd have to be, you know, right at the top there, man. I'd be like number 3. You know, I mean, right there, because Brock, you know, he's a good worker, the former UFC fighter, you know what I mean? And he has a lot of understanding, you know, he's learned a lot, you know, since he's been in the business. And the lucky part about him, he's got a mentor there, Paul Heyman, a guy that certainly knows this business. And Paul has been one of the guys that's really been helping him and guiding him and, you know, getting him where he is today. So he owes a lot to Paul, I can tell you that.
I can say this too, that Brock Lesnar used to be awful on the microphone, and excuse me, over the years has gotten so good and entertaining that he didn't even need Paul anymore because he got so good on the mic.
But you have to learn. These are the things you have to learn. You know what I mean? If you stay around long enough and dedicate your life to this, you will learn. This is all I've known.
Look here, we just took over your question here. I'm sorry, I didn't know that this is next, but saying good evening, gentlemen, all love. Just to take it back to the UFC for a moment, Brock Lesnar retired officially this week, and there are some words for him that you'd like to share. I think we just did, and sorry, I didn't see that question coming up. Let's see, Dave Crone saying, I was a kid watching Teddy ref on Superstation.
Yeah, the TBS.
Yeah, man, that was, and for those of us in the South, well, it wasn't just in the South because the Superstation went everywhere.
Well, that was like your first cable.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was the first big station outside of your ABC, NBC, and CBS. Because back when I grew up, you know, and Teddy, you know this, our TVs, you had basically 3 channels and a PBS channel. And you had to have rapid ears and all this other stuff to kind of, you know, get the antenna set right to get your TV shows. But that's all you had. You had basically 4 channels, 3 of actual entertainment, 1 for kids and Sesame Street and all that other stuff. But so you consider how it is today and how it was back then, man. There's a huge difference because now you don't get 4, you get 4,000 different shows you can watch at one time.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so at the time when Superstation came around, that was huge because that was 1 extra station.
Well, that's why everybody was trying to get on it. Jim Crockett and them, they got right on it, you know, and TV, when they had WCW. Vince come right in, bought it up. You got right in on it, so everybody wanted to be on there.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Look here, we had Jason Simmons in the room. Good to see, good to see you, brother. Sorry, I got a cold. Saying good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Jason Simmons.
Herb Simmons is saying, Mac, I understand you're coming in to meet us. Yeah, I'll be there. I believe it's Labor Day weekend. I'll be coming into St. Louis to work on a project with Herb and Nick Riddenauer for something that we're going to be working on. So I'm looking forward to that too. Because it's non-JCW. Love JCW, but to do something a little bit different is always entertaining to me because it keeps things fresh. Well, and I appreciate the opportunity.
And to be associated with Herb and Nick, you know, it don't get no better than that. You know, Herb Simmons, one of the nicest guys promoted you could ever meet. Nick, I've known him since I think he was 14 or 15 years old. I met him way back in the day in St. Louis at the Kiel Auditorium. So another super nice guy. So, you know, just to be involved with these 2 guys, you know, in any way that I can help and you can help him, you know, that's what we're going to do.
And Nick does a lot of our merch too, by the way. Nick is very good at t-shirts and hats and stuff
Yeah,
like
that's another
that. So
thing too. We'll if people want to get some stuff made and stuff, maybe we can show later how to get in touch with Nick Ritenour, and he
yeah.
can, make you some stuff. And Nick is very good, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling
Oh
you.
yeah. Yeah, he is good. Wolfpack Maine is in the room and saying the JCW lunacy vibe is awesome. Yeah, man, I'm loving the JCW thing that's going on right now. You can feel the momentum. We're still looking to grow even larger, so just keep watching and keep supporting.
Yes.
Pretty classy lady in the room. Look here, I didn't mention this last week, pretty classy lady, but we got nervous because you weren't here for one of the shows, and that was highly unusual for you. So I'm glad to see you're back in here. Pretty classy lady, though. She's saying, I lost track of time cooking. How are things tonight? Maybe that's what it was. She was cooking.
All right. Well,
Teddy?
we're glad to have you in here tonight. Thank you so much. All right. And don't be leaving us like that. Don't be going away, not letting us know where you are.
Yeah, you make us scared because there's certain things we look for every week, and if we don't see you, we start thinking, well, we need to get a welfare check or something done somewhere and make sure she's okay.
Yeah, somebody might have kidnapped her.
Let's hope not. She's also asking, is it true Brock Lesnar is actually really nice in person?
Well, it's always been nice to me. I mean, everybody, has their day. You know what I mean? But Brock is the kind of guy, you know what I mean? A great, nice guy. And I mean, but if you push him the wrong way, then you caused yourself a lot of problems.
Yeah, Brock has always been described to me that he's a really nice person, but he can also be very short, and he doesn't like being around people. Really, he's just not a people person.
Yeah,
is what I've heard. Yeah, and there are people just like that. Look, I'm really Teddy and I are very much. I'm
not a people person.
No, I mean I do, and I go out and I see people all the time. But when I'm by myself in my free time, I'm usually by myself with the family or something else like that. I'm perfectly happy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's probably the reason why he's quit. He's made enough money. He's perfectly happy. He doesn't need to work anymore. He
and
can just enjoy
the
life.
same thing with me. I sleep in my own bed every night. I'm not hustling, bustling through these airports and stuff, man. Jesus. And the way things are now, man, I just couldn't take it.
Yeah. That's the worst parts to travel.
Yeah.
Benjamin in the room. Hey, Benjamin, saying, hello, Mr. Long. Just curious. Did you find a new publisher to write the wrestling book about your life?
No, I did not.
Okay, I don't know what Teddy,
I know that was Benjamin Yu, right? I've known him. Benjamin is from Japan, I believe. I mean, if I'm right, but I've known Benjamin for over many years. We always stayed in touch with each other and everything. So I hear from him every once in a while. But he's a real nice guy. I've known him, man, for ages.
I love this next question. This is because they know you so well. Sham Tinba saying, my second question of the show, gentlemen. I'm curious to know, Teddy, if you still work out on the treadmill and if you've ever done it while being blazed.
I always am blazed, but I don't go. I don't do anything on the treadmill anymore. I'm on the elliptical machine. That's the one I use. Yeah, I'm still working out, and like I said, that's the way to do it. You get blazed and get in your own world, mind your own business, and move right along.
Pretty classy lady saying, Mac, how do you catch a cold in the middle of summer? There's one or two things. I think I know what it is, but it's either
running around in JCW with a thong on. That's how you caught it.
Yeah, the travel in these airports and these airlines and stuff is one of the things that's so bad about travel.
You got to put a mask on now, man. For real, I swear to God, you do.
Whew. Yeah, because it seems like every time I come back, I'm dealing with it. But I think this time, my wife is the culprit.
Okay.
She had a cold a few days ago, and she kept getting up on me, trying to kiss me and stuff. I'm like, look here, I don't want you slobbering on me while you got a runny nose. I don't want that. You do that with the grandbabies, but I ain't going to do that with you.
Well,
and she
did
just
you ask her why she doesn't do it when she doesn't have a cold?
No, because she has a headache then. So you know how that works, right? Joe Hamilton Jr., Mr. Nick saying, you guys keep kicking that ass. Man, it's good to see you, Joe, and hopefully things are starting to calm down a little bit.
Thank you so much. The legendary Glico Beat, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Patrick. He's got about 10 or 15 aliases, but in the end, he's Joe Hamilton Jr.
Yeah, I've had the joy of hanging out with Teddy and Nick together, and that was an enjoyable little car. I wouldn't say a car ride, but yeah. Pee Wee say, what up, Mac? What up, Teddy?
Hey, what's going on, Pee Wee? Everything's good.
pretty classy lady is laughing, and PT Greek was laughing out loud too. It looked like, yeah, well, she going whoop whoop. I hear those voices going whoop whoop. Pretty classy lady is also saying too much Fago. Teddy, have you ever had Fago?
No. What is it?
Okay, it's a cola product, much like Coca-Cola and Sprite, but it's just different
Oh, I've
flavors.
seen. I think I've seen that though. Yeah, but I never had it.
Somebody was talking about it when I went to these JCW shows. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try some, and I saw some in a dollar store one day. Fago. I'm like, okay, I'll grab a 6-pack of this. Teddy, the worst tasting shit I've ever put in my mouth. I'm sorry, guys, at Fago, but I had this orange creamsicle, and I like orange cream sodas. I really do. That was the nastiest. It tasted like gasoline almost. I don't even know what the flavor was supposed to be. It was horrible. I don't know if the other ones are that way, but I can tell you that one's bad. Don't waste your money on that. Let's see. Also, Peekwee saying, what up, Mac? What up, Teddy? Back to Mac. Yeah,
all right.
Please do. Teddy, let's see. There we go. You need a skull cap at night. The bald head catches cold. Yeah, it does. Teddy, where are you going to be coming up?
I'm just kind of taking it easy this month. I'm gonna be a couple of places. I don't remember where they are. I got to confirm them, but I know I'm going to be in Gaston, Alabama, around the 27th of August. Also, August 22nd or 23rd, I'm going to be somewhere that's close to Knoxville. I can't. I'll talk with these promoters, and next week I'll definitely have where I'm going.
I'm choking and dying here, so maybe a sign it's time to get out of here.
Okay,
I do want to get a few more people in here real quick. We have there we go. PT Greek, you guys are awesome. I'm looking forward to talking with you, man. If you can hear me, if I got a voice. Also, I'll get one more.
Yeah.
Here we go. Shout out to Sham Tinma for recommending this. Love it. Looking at Solo Sikoa's current development and him being clearly more comfortable in his skin. Do you think Corbin and Theory need to connect?
He's talking to you, right?
He's asking, I guess, either one of us. I think that Corbin coming back into WWE opens a lot of interesting creative possibilities for him. So it'd be curious to see what they do with him with that. And Austin Theory, he's a Georgia guy, you know. And Austin, he's so good in the ring. I don't know what it is. There's something that is just missing right now. They'll find it sooner or later. They'll tap into it, but they just haven't quite found it yet. That's just my opinion. I think that's why.
Well, I think they found it. They just don't want to do anything with it. Austin's been around a long time. The guy's phenomenal in the ring, so there's no excuse.
Dave, I hear you, brother. He's saying, Mac, take a shot of NyQuil and some wheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, guys, I hate to cut it out of here, but I'm having a hard time even talking without coughing. And I know you don't want to hear that the rest of the night. So anyhow, that's it. We're out of here. Teddy, I've had a blast, my friend.
Oh, I've always got a blast each and every Wednesday night. It's always a blast to talk to everybody that checks in and bring their questions. So this now you understand, this is what I enjoy doing.
Absolutely true. All right, guys, we'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. And to be, of course, Wednesday nights, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's Wrestling's Road Trip After Hours. I'm your host, Mac Davis, along each and every week with none other than the WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. Teddy Long.
All the players.